Lewis Hamilton, the driver who has spent nearly 2 decades mastering Formula One, now finds himself at odds with a car that refuses to yield to his touch. For years, Hamilton's dominance was defined by a symbiotic relationship with his machinery, a partnership built on precision, late braking, and exploiting every ounce of grip in the corners.
It's a first win for Mercedes! Woo-hoo! World champion! 7th British Grand Prix victory! Lewis Hamilton, 7-time champion of the world!
But in 2024, that relationship is strained. The car has changed in ways that challenge his instincts, forcing Hamilton to confront a reality where his refined techniques are no longer enough. The cars have evolved to demand smoother, more calculated inputs, an approach that conflicts with the aggressive style that made Hamilton one of the sport's all-time greats.
You cannot have a conversation about greatest Formula One driver of all time without including Lewis Hamilton.
Grand Prix and is a 7-time champion of the world! Get in there.
This isn't just a challenge against faster rivals. It's a fundamental battle between the essence of Hamilton's driving philosophy and the new demands of modern F1 machinery. The return of ground effect aerodynamics in 2022 fundamentally altered the sport, reviving a technology that prioritizes stability and downforce generated underneath the car. This shift has transformed F1's landscape, creating cars that are bigger, heavier, and less forgiving to the dynamic, razor-edge techniques that once defined Hamilton's success. The added weight and aerodynamics mean that precision is now about consistency rather than sheer aggression. Where Hamilton used to gain time by braking late and rotating sharply through corners, these new cars demand earlier braking and a smoother, more controlled cornering style. For Hamilton, this feels unnatural, a betrayal of the very techniques that brought him so much success. The cars are now less responsive to rapid inputs and more likely to punish over-aggression with tire overheating or unstable balance, pushing Hamilton to the uncomfortable realization that adapting to this era requires a rethinking of what made him great. Hamilton's struggle with this new generation of cars can be boiled down to a conflict between two styles: his aggressive, high-energy inputs versus the car's preference for stability and predictability. Ground effect aerodynamics create a strong but sensitive foundation of downforce that needs to be maintained consistently, something that clashes with Hamilton's instinct to unsettle the car on corner entry to find speed through sharp rotation. The modern F1 car's inherent understeer and sensitivity to weight transfer mean that sudden changes in direction destabilize the car's platform, leading to snap oversteer or sluggish responses, both of which Hamilton has found challenging to manage. Take Bahrain's Turn 4 as an example. Hamilton's attempt to brake late and turn in sharply backfired, causing instability mid-corner. This cost him precious tenths, while George Russell, braking earlier and carrying speed more smoothly, gained time. Although these differences might seem marginal, they represent the broader struggle Hamilton faces as he tries to impose his style on a car designed for something else entirely. Over the course of a season, these small but significant divergences in technique accumulate, revealing why Hamilton's aggressive approach is less effective in this era compared to his more adaptable teammate. Despite these challenges, the 2024 season hasn't been a story of unrelenting decline for Hamilton. Mid-season upgrades from Mercedes, particularly the introduction of a new front wing, have made the car more predictable, allowing Hamilton to regain some of his confidence behind the wheel. These updates brought the car closer to a configuration that suits Hamilton's preferences, giving him the tools to push harder without being constantly penalized by the car's limitations. The data shows that Hamilton's qualifying performances improved as the season progressed, with the gap to Russell narrowing considerably. However, this resurgence wasn't simply a product of better machinery. It also reflected Hamilton's ability to adapt. He didn't reinvent his driving style. Instead, he refined it, subtly adjusting his inputs to better align with what the car demanded. By smoothing out his aggressive tendencies and focusing on maintaining momentum rather than sharp corner entries, Hamilton found a way to extract more consistent performance. Telemetry revealed fewer corrections mid-corner and more restrained brake application, resulting in smoother and faster laps. The wild swings in performance that characterized the early season began to stabilize, signaling that Hamilton was finding his footing once more. While he still isn't consistently outqualifying Russell, the progress is clear, a testament to his resilience and deep understanding of the sport. As Hamilton approaches the end of his career, questions about age and its impact naturally arise. Is his struggle a sign of fading reflexes, or is it simply a result of a car that doesn't match his style? The truth likely lies somewhere in between. While reaction times may slow with age, in Formula One, the core of a driver's speed is more about feel than raw reactions, and Hamilton's feel for the car remains one of the sharpest in the field. His ability to manage tires, adapt strategy on the fly, and navigate tricky conditions is still top tier, often giving him an edge when it counts most. Moreover, Hamilton's racecraft remains a significant advantage. Even if he's not the fastest over one lap, his ability to control races through tire management, pace strategy, and exploiting chaotic situations keeps him in contention. In races like Canada, where disrupted practice sessions limited preparation, Hamilton was able to outperform Russell in low-grip conditions, demonstrating that his core strengths remain intact. These qualities, honed over years of experience, ensure that while Hamilton may not always be on pole, he's consistently in the mix for strong race results, proving that age is not the decisive factor some might suggest. The possibility of Hamilton moving to Ferrari in 2025 adds a layer of intrigue to his already complex career. Ferrari's philosophy of car design, which often emphasizes strong front-end grip and precise handling, could align more naturally with Hamilton's style than the current Mercedes. However, the challenge at Ferrari is immense, especially with Charles Leclerc as his potential teammate, a driver widely regarded as the fastest over a single lap in today's grid. Leclerc has shown an innate ability to adapt to the ground effect era, thriving under the very regulations that have given Hamilton trouble. For Hamilton, joining Ferrari would mean facing a new set of pressures, not only from the team's demanding environment, but also from a car that historically has required a different kind of precision to unlock its potential. Ferrari's environment could either unlock a new chapter of success for Hamilton or expose further cracks. The team's cars are known for being highly sensitive to driver inputs, requiring both consistency and adaptability. If Hamilton can find a way to harmonize his style with Ferrari's design philosophy, it could lead to a revival of his qualifying prowess and perhaps a final push for a championship. On the other hand, if the same issues persist, it may confirm that the sport has evolved beyond his preferred techniques, signaling that even the greatest can struggle to stay ahead of the curve. Hamilton's 2024 season serves as a stark reminder that even the most decorated champions face moments where their skill is tested against the relentless march of change. Modern Formula One is a world where aerodynamics, tire behavior, and car dynamics are calibrated to such a degree that even the smallest mismatch between driver and machine can have outsized consequences. Yet, history has shown that Hamilton is never truly out of the fight. His ability to adapt, to find performance where others see only limitations, has defined his career. As he heads into 2025, the story is far from over. Whether it's a resurgence with Ferrari or a farewell season, Hamilton's legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats is already assured. What comes next could either enhance that legacy or provide a poignant closing chapter to one of the greatest careers Formula One has ever seen. If you found this deep dive into one of Formula One's most pivotal moments insightful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more in-depth stories from the history of this incredible sport.